Hello, welcome to another episode of Baked Cooking with That Guy. Today, it's pretty damn hot outside, so I'm going to be using the deep fryer. I'm going to make some nice onion rings for us. I showed a picture on my Facebook. They look great. Everyone wanted a video, so here's the video. We just start out, it's onions, so basic. Give you a good tip when it comes to onions. Keep them in the fridge before you cut them. That way you're not tearing up all the way it usually works. And then I don't bother peeling them for onion rings. Why waste time there? Because you're just going to be making a ring anyway. Cut them in the nice thickness that you want. I'm going to go thick A&W style. Am I allowed to say that without copyright? I don't know. Who gives a shit? I can't afford it, so I'll make it at home. So you can see, simple as that, peeling them and just pop them all out. Don't worry about like chunks, everything like that. That's what we call onion nuggets. You okay there? Camera's down. Sorry, she must have been itching or something like that. Okay, but anyways, back to our cooking now. We're just get these set. You can see on the side here we're going to have dill. I'm going to make these kind of a spicy onion ring. So we're going to use dill for the dip. Going to make a nice spicy sour cream dip. Having a little issue getting these out. Sorry, that girl's cooking rice too at the same time of filming. You can see we're multitaskers here. Nothing like cooking, keeping it all family cooking together, stays together. So that's going to be our onion rings. That's good enough for now. Now when we come over here, this is everything we're going to need for our dips and you name it. So you need an egg. This is going to be for our sauce. This stuff here, mayo and sour cream, and this little bowl goes over here. That's going to be for our dip. We come back over here. I'm going to show you how to make our little onion batter. Use one egg. Use about a cup of flour. Now I always do overkill, I end up making way too much. I'm going to throw a little bit of cayenne pepper in there, not too much. Going to use some dill. This stuff I'm using actually the dried stuff for the batter, just it's better than the fresh. For some reason just stays together. Bit of basil. Then over here I got salt and pepper. Now, I don't have the dollar store cheap pepper like I usually do, so I actually had to go over to my nice rack I got over here, and I used some good salts. It's nice to have different sort of salts. It really adds a lot to your meat. So I added some of the Hawaiian salt to it, and pepper. I'm going to throw all that in. Now, it's always good to make sure there's quite a bit in there. Don't be afraid to over-season, I mean. And then I got this is really cold water from the fridge. Make sure I use about a cup to a cup and a half, but I always have some backup. Stir that in, put in about a cup first. Get it all nice stirred up. The idea is here you want it to be nice and thick, say a little kind of like, I guess, crepe thickness or thinness. You can see already right now it's too thick. That's going to just be too nasty. So we're going to throw in another about half there. Now don't worry, if you throw in too much, you can always add more flour. Now the idea here, we want it to come up so it stays on the fork, coats it, but not too thick. So I think we want it just a bit thicker than that. So I'll have flour on standby. Add little bits at a time just to get it a little thicker. In the meantime, I've had my deep fryer preheating here at about 190, 185, 190. If you got a good one, you could have it down to about 180. But this one doesn't maintain heat, so I got to keep it high as it goes on. And this needs to be a little bit thicker. And I bet you that'll be the ticket right there. make sure to just beat the shit out of this. You want it nice, thin, consistent, so it doesn't chunk up. And you can see right there how it sticks to the fork. That's about what we want. We'll do a tester first. So we take one of our onion rings, let's test. Yeah, that's too thin. It's a fine art getting this batter down to the right thickness. But it's quick once you get her done. Once you get it done, you just let the onion ring sit in there. Okay, there we go. We'll give that one a go. Now the idea here is putting it slowly into the deep fryer. And make sure, yeah, it's too thin still, I think. No, worked out. Put it in nice and slow and it should float up like that. You can see, keeps a nice little thin coating on it. I can actually go a little thicker with it. I think I was rushing a little bit. But I'm trying to cook dinner at the same time. I got other stuff in the oven. No excuses though. Should be able to get this done. So that's why you always throw in the tester. Once you get the tester out of the way, the other ones can just throw in a bunch at a time, coat them, and then drop them. Now that looks good there. Oh yeah, much better. You want it to actually stick instead of fall off. As you can see, the test piece here didn't actually turn out too bad. It's looking nice, golden brown. But now that I got the consistency right, we're going to go ahead and just dump in a bunch in here. We're going to let them soak all in the sauce. Get them all drenched in there. Let's pull this one out now. Let's say that's done. I'll just put it over here. See, the tester still looks really good. But now let's get to the real cooking. Can you get in there? Now, make sure you can zoom in on my fingertips there. Keep batter on your fingertips. That's going to come in handy when you're dunking them like this. Because if you don't have batter on your fingers, you could burn the shit out of your fingers in the oil. Now, the idea here is try to be quick, so that way your ones aren't burning. But if you're too quick, then they're all going to stick to the bottom. At least that's with this deep fryer. And just keep rifling them in there. Now this is like one of my favorite things to make. Something about onion rings I'm addicted to. So we're going to fill up a nice basket worth here. Then once we feel confident that there's enough in there for a serving, I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands quick. Let them sit in there for a minute or two, rinse your hands or something, then take a fork and just lightly kind of mix them around, pull them off to the side, and as long as they're put in nice and slow, you can see they all pop up there looking great. Okay, now let's get over here to our, we want to make our sauce super quick over here, because that's going to be done in like 3 or 4 minutes, so let's see how quick we can do it. Throw in a few scoops here. So that's 2 heaping tablespoons of sour cream. Baked cooking spectacular measuring right there. We're going to throw in some of that. Oh, a little shrapnel. That's okay. Some garlic salt. Put much to your flavor, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't even tell how much that is. Some dashes. Little cayenne. And this is the dill fresh from my garden. This is the best stuff. Now you can add all sorts of other stuff to this ranch dip. This is like your most basic kind of cayenne ranch dip, I guess it's called. But you can add anything to this sour cream. Now let's go back over here and check on our onion rings. Oh yeah, look at those. It's looking good. Just baby these two. Like, make sure you be careful with them with a fork. You want them to look great. You want them all to be equally submerged. I got one hanging out there in an raft. He's taking a tube ride. Okay, we'll get back over here. Finish up. Now I'm going to put in most of my dill into there. Give it a good stir. Give it the little test. Still tastes like sour cream. So that means I'm going to add more garlic salt, a little more of that. And I think that should be good. I don't want to make it too spicy. Because once again, gotta please everyone in the house. Yep, that tastes good to me. A little cayenne kick, a little bit of garlic, some dill. Now let's get back over here. Take a look at that. Those look good to me. Let's let them drip dry here. Get ourselves out a nice little plate, since those are looking so spectacular. Let's come over here and we'll dish them up real quick. Oh, forgot I had some chives set out as well. Let's plate those nice. Now this, I bet you could serve at any restaurant. Oh, what am I doing? I already got a spoon. I don't know how long that video is, but yeah, there's my nice deep fried little kickin' onion rings. Yeah, thanks for joining me, you know, bake cooking with that guy. I sped along a bit today because I'm baked and I'm really fucking hungry. So I want to get to eating. Hope you know where to find me by now. If not, there's going to be a little scrolling down there going Facebook, blah blah blah. It'll be like credits and stuff. So once again, here are the onion rings. I hope you enjoy. Holy fuck, that's hot.